Hello and welcome back to a Kooky corner of YouTube. I have things on my desk and I'd like to show you. This is an order I recently made from Gecko, who create the most lovely sketchbooks and are sometimes used in scroll boxes. Some of their stuff, I have had things from scroll box to do with this lovely company called Gecko. And so I thought I'd show you what I got. I'm not in need of sketchbooks. I'm always in need of sketchbooks. Actually, I am in need of sketchbooks. I've got a nice big size one here, smaller one, the same kind of thing, and two tiny sized ones. But let's go through from the beginning. So I got all these beautiful stickers in my package. Love them. Lots of different geckos. I really like those. And this is Gecko Sketch. Thank you so much for your order, Victoria. It means the world to us. We hope you enjoy your books and pad. Excellent. And that's from Gemma. And Gecko are a company that obviously make beautiful, beautiful sketch things for us artists. But they also have a YouTube channel. Yes, they do. So Get to Know You by Gecko. There is a little smart tag there that you could have a look at, but also their socials are there. So we've got Instagram, we've got TikTok, and we have got the YouTube one there. And they also have their own channel where they give art tips, tricks, and it's banter all the way. Love it. And I will definitely be giving them a review on Trustpilot because I think anything like this deserves to be mentioned and appreciated. Yes. Lovely little piece of artwork there as well. Tommy Mull Art. Don't know if you want to go and check those out, but I really like that. That's cool. So as to what I got, well, this two-piece. This is a two-part of a product in their shop, which is called Back to School. I'm not going back to school. No. Done my school days, both ways, adult and child. So I have got these because I thought they were very cool. I like tile things. I like squarey shapes to work into. I don't know what it is. I do like that, and so it's got a watercolor sketch tile, which is a 300 GSM, £203. There's 20 sheets of that, and it's got a medium surface, but it's a watercolor cartridge paper, which I'm intrigued by because it's really nice and thick, really nice, smoothish with a little bit of tooth to it. So happy to be having a go with that. And the other thing that came in that little bundle was the tone sketch tile, which is an all jet black card. It's got a medium surface, and I thought it would be nice for my metallics and things. So I was kind of curious to see how this is going to work. I think it's going to be great. There's 30 sheets of this because this is not a thicker paper as the watercolor sketch tile. It's 200 GSM or £135. So that's rather nice thickness to work on. So I want to do something on those as well. So these I've both got plans for. These were the Freestyle Gecko Sketchbooks, which is the paint marker, and it's got cartridge paper in it, which has got a light surface on it. It's 250 GSM. And this is the same but in an A4, and it also has a little doodle with corp, which I'm going to check out because this is the book that goes with the doodling YouTube channel. So if you want to check out Doodle with Corp, it's got a rather nice holographic little logo on the bottom there. So I got both of those. So I'm going to have a little look inside the smaller one, I think. Where's my cat paw when I need it? It's ran away again. That darn cat. Got it. Here we go. I have to remember that it opens on the other side to the side of the paw. It sometimes confused me, but now I'm wise to it. I'm just going to slice down this one. Ooh, it feels nice. The actual board of the book feels very lovely. I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of my cat's paw. There, in case I need it again. Ooh, it feels nice and smooth. So this is supposed to be good for paint markers, and I have got a lot of Posca pens. I've got a lot of Molotov pens, and I've got some Karen pens as well that I think might work on this too. So I'm going to use those on here. Let's see. Ooh, I've got a little do to open here. Okay, made with care in Great Britain. I love the little logos on the back of these. Actually love them. I think they're also on these. Yeah, look. There's a little one there. And yeah, there as well. Cool. But yeah, it's a holographic one on this one. Just the feel of this book. I do love it. And then we've got the inner paper. Ho, ho, ho. I like that texture. So nice. Obviously gecko. But yeah, the paper's lovely, nice and thick, just what I wanted, really smooth. So this is going to be great, I hope, for the marker pens to go onto. So yes, I've got an idea for this. I've got a Domestica course that I have at the moment, which is surface design with pens, paint pens and things, and I think I'm going to earmark that one for that. Perhaps, maybe. I'm not going to open the bigger one because it's exactly the same, I would say. It is the same paper, light surface, perfect for Posca. But I'm just really, really liking this a lot. Paper feels awesome. It's really smooth. I love it. So I shall have to test it out at some point, and I will be getting back to you on that one, show you how that works out for me. But for now, I am loving what I got from Art Gecko. Thank you, Art Gecko. I am very pleased with what I have here. So yeah, check them out if you're in need of a decent sketchbook or you want some watercolor paper. They've got all kinds of things. Just go and check them out. They've got sketch pads, you name it, it's all there. Not sponsored by Art Gecko, just saying. Paid for these with my own money, but I just thought it's nice to show people what other, I know I am always interested in what other people work on and what they use, so I thought I would share it with you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed that little bit. Now on to something else. So today I have where did that come from? I have got a few things that I'd like to show you that recently been acquired by me, and I thought you would also be interested. Few books, few art supplies, and then I'm going to do a little catch up on some of the things I've been doing. It's kind of a very chatty, all over the place kind of video today, but you know, why not? Showing you the things. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this book, which is by Emily Powell and Sara Moore. It's called Start Painting Now, Discover Your Artistic Potential. I have been following Emily on Instagram for quite a while. She's based down in Devon. I'm not sure about Sara. I don't know if Sara is also. But they are sisters and they both approach art from different viewpoints. But these books, well, this book is just amazing. Let me just take you up a little further. Move a few things out of the way to get rid of some shadows that are being cast. Ooh, got lots of paint. Okay, stick that over there. Need to have a desk clear up. So this book is pretty awesome. It's Discover Your Artistic Potential, and this is some of Emily's artwork, which I adore, right up my street, to be fair. Love it. I love this picture of both of them there. That just makes me smile. Painting gives you rainbows and flowers in your brain. It certainly does. So why you should read this book, and then where to start now, stretch yourself, and next steps. It's just an actual joy to read. There's quite a bit of reading in it, which is nice because it's nice to actually read through different people's journeys of how they got to where they are today. Ooh, excuse my very weird finger there coming up. So Emily's path, Sarah's path, different paints to use, what to paint with, what to paint on, where to start. I am an artist, and the sooner you start telling yourself you're an artist, the better. But it is populated with the most glorious pictures, this whole book, and it just makes me so happy to pick it up and read it. And I keep picking it up and reading different bits of it, but I'm kind of savouring it. So anybody can be an artist. That is something that I believe absolutely and utterly. Lots of inspirational quotes. I'm not going to go through everything. I just want to give you a quick look through. But things like this, I love the abstract pieces and also the still life pieces, all of the bits. I'm in it for everything. When was the last time you pressed the pause button and took some time to think about what makes you happy? Well, yeah, always interested. And I don't know about you, I kind of fall in between these. I am neither an introvert nor an extrovert. Is it an ambivert? Is that what I am? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Sometimes I can be very introverted. Sometimes I can be very extroverted. And sometimes I just fall somewhere in between. And I am one of those people who needs to recharge. So if I have been especially social or outgoing, I will need a few days, up to a week even, to recharge my battery. So I do find it draining, but I do love it as well. I don't understand me sometimes, but hey, you know, this is the way it is. Anyway, enough of me. Back to this beautiful book. And there are so many inspirational artists that are mentioned in here as well. Instinctive creativity, find your style. I adore this. I actually adore this. I adore all the colours. It's right in my colour palette, the whole thing of this. Emily's work is beautiful. It is so fresh and vibrant. But yeah, taking you through outdoor painting kit list, getting to know your objects, other artists that you might want to look at. Look at it, it's just glorious. I actually am in love with this book, as I am also in love with these beautiful, beautiful cats. Look at them, the neighbourhood gang. Oh my gosh. My cat that visits here, Grant Mitchell, he'd fit in perfectly in this lot. The tiger's face. So I really recommend this book if you are at all struggling with making a start on artwork, or you keep telling yourself you'd like to do it, or you keep telling yourself I can't do it. Please, if you can, pick up this book, pick it up from the library. If you can, try and get it secondhand, or obviously this one was an Amazon purchase of mine, because I couldn't find it anywhere to buy secondhand, and so I needed to read it. And I needed to see all these beautiful pictures. That's Start Painting Now by Emily Powell and Sara Moore. The other one I want to show you is Creative Wanderlust. This is absolutely brand new. I pre-ordered this one because I saw it, I think it was on Instagram somewhere that I actually saw it, and it's Kasia Avery. And it's Unlock Your Artistic Potential Through Mixed Media Art Journaling Techniques. I'll just show you briefly a few little flick-throughs of this one. Sorry about any reflection that's coming through. The sun has just decided to poke through again right at this moment. Typical. I'm not complaining, but, you know, come on, sunshine, play with me. What is art journaling? Different techniques. It is a lovely, lovely book, and a lovely take on how you can work through things. So expressing your feelings, listen to your silence, find your inspiration, be kind to yourself. That's something we often forget a lot, isn't it? But it is a beautiful book to read through, and again, lots and lots of things to read, which I like as well. I like this self-care portrait, and I think I might have a go at this at some point as well. I'm going to have a go at lots of the things in the book, actually. Let go of perfectionism. That's a hard one sometimes, but sometimes necessary. Grow your own flower garden. Adore this also. Look at all those beautiful, beautiful pictures. So this is one actually I would recommend. As I say, I had it on pre-order and I have not been disappointed by this at all. I love it. And this last one is a book by an artist that I have looked at their work. I think I'm sure I follow Sara on Instagram. And I picked this up secondhand. This was from World of Books, really cheaply for a hardback book as well. And it's Mythological Monsters. I'm going to just correct this blind because it's just sending my pictures way out. So I'll just pause and come back. There we go. So Mythological Monsters of Ancient Greece. I think this is quite an old book. I'm going to have to open it and slot it back underneath the camera. But I love the style of it. It's one of the Walker Books ones. I love children's books, picture books. I have always got one or two on my list of ones to buy, and I will go in and just buy picture books for me because I love them so much. I'm trying to remember the year this one was. Maybe at the back. Maybe not. I've seen the year somewhere. Bear with me. I'm sure it was 2006. I could be wrong. Yes. Oh, sorry. 2002. First published 2002. And it is hand-lettered by the author. And I love it. Actually love it. If you're interested in collage and things, I think this is a great thing. So it's looking at different mythological monsters. So this is Argus, the monster with 100 eyes, and she's actually numbered them on this piece. I think it's great. It's really fun. And this is what I like about children's books. It opens your eyes to different art styles. Very funky. I love Medusa. And you can see that these are all picked out of magazines. She's picked out pictures with hair on them, or that looks like a cat's fur or an animal's fur. And this is Medusa. Really cool. Then we've got Pegasus. And I am loving the collage in this. Absolutely just to die for, and makes me so happy. Scylla, the sea monster, with the ugly temper, who gobbled up all the sailors who dared to sail past her. Love it. The Cyclops. I have to turn him that way so you can see him. Just the one eye. I actually adore this whole style. The Minotaur. Cerberus. Centaurs, satyrs. These are things that you could easily access if you want to do some collage on monsters. I know we've got things like Drawloween and all kinds of stuff coming up. And a lot of the time I like to do a monstery thing. I'm a big fan of monsters, I have to say. So I really love this book by Sara Fanelli. I got this from World of Books. It was a really, really cheap price for such a beautiful book and such inspiration. So I love that. Well recommended. Next up, I got myself some huge Poscas and Molotov markers. So I got myself black, white, pink and yellow, but from the Molotov range I got Dare Orange, and this one's called Current. That's right. So Dare Orange and Current from the Molotov range of pens, which I also love and are very similar. Both work on a similar process. You shake them up and pump them to get them working. But look at the real chunkness of that nib. I love it. I love it. And I think this one is similar or the same. Yeah, look. Really not much difference in them, to be fair. They're both 15mm ones, and I got these because I want to work on some jelly printing using the Posca paints, and I really wanted some big chunky ones to work with. I've used the smaller versions of the Poscas. These are the biggest ones I've ever had. So, and also with the Molotov as well, I've used those too and love them. So the thing about the Molotov ones is they are refillable. I think you can actually refill the Poscas, but you don't have a specific paint to refill them. But these can be refilled, refill, exchange and mix. So you can make your own mixes with these as well. These are from Graph City. Graph City is a great place to look for spray paints, marker pens, anything that you might want to create some kind of graffiti with, which is basically what the store was originally intended for, but it's got a whole load of other things on there as well. So that's those. The next thing I'm going to show you is a Kasia order of some paints that I've got in. I've been trying out different coloured bright pinks. I'm really into it at the minute. Really into my bright pink. And just grabbing out some of the ones that I've got here. And where is the other thing? Oh yeah. So I've got these two from Kasia, and yeah, they just arrived this morning. This one's a Sennelier one. This is the fluorescent rose or fluoro pink, rose fluorescent, however you want to say that one. This one is a quinacridone rose. So this isn't a fluorescent one, but I'll just grab out the other two fluorescents that I've got. So that's not fluorescent. This one is Reflex Rose. That is a fluorescent one. That's from Amsterdam. So that's the Sennelier one. They are very different in colour. So all these pinks give me a different pinky vibe. So these are all fairly recent purchases. The Pebeo one, I think I picked that up from Hobbycraft. That one, not sure. No, that was in the order I got. This one I picked up from my trip in Scandinavia. I think I've shown a video of this one because I got this at the same time as well, and this gold one still sat on my desk. So yeah, pink. Let's get in the pink. I'm really liking that at the minute in my work. So lots of flashes of pink and bright, vibrant, like this fluorescent chartreuse, which I love. Okay, so also in my order from Kasia, I got these nozzles. These will fit on the Amsterdam paints and will just give me a way of transferring some paint in a different way, other than brush. I have just recently got one of these silicone brushes from Amazon. It's Finnabair Art Basics. This is a 1-inch one, and I've ordered myself a 2-inch one because I really enjoy using this at the minute. Yeah, I'm just absolutely wrapped up in acrylic paint. I am one of those fluttery birds who flutters from one thing to the other, and I'm really into some abstracty work at the moment. But yeah, watch this space for some more of that. So these are 5 nozzles which will go onto the Amsterdam paints. Now, what I want to get hold of is some of the ones that go on the Sennelier abstract ones. I'm not sure whether these will fit on here or not. Maybe they will. Do you know what? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's break our way in. But the ones that come for the Sennelier paints have got different nozzles on. This one is just like a straight, it's like a piping nozzle, if you think of like piping. No, I don't think it will. No, it won't go on there. It won't fit on there. So I'm going to have to get some of the nozzles for these as well. These are great paints. I love the fact that they come in these little pouches. It makes them really easy to store. But the nozzles, they've got different tips on them so you can get different effects. It's really nice. These obviously will go on all of my Amsterdam paints, and I will be able to use those with those. So that's not a problem that they don't fit this one. What else? This was from Kasia. This is a Sennelier oil stick. I haven't tried these, so I'm going to give this one a go. the oil sticks, I believe, have kind of like a skin on the top which you have to break through in order to use it. So it's like a conventional oil paint, but in a stick form. So I've seen a few people on YouTube using these, but I just want to have a go myself and see how they work. So that is that one. And that's it for the art supplies, I think. That I don't think I've got any others, but I've got a few other projects that I would like to show you in a moment. So a little update on a project that I showed you before I went on holiday, or maybe it came out to you as I was on holiday. And that was the project of the panel that Johnny sent me with the dog on it. You may have seen this on Instagram. It's been posted up on there. And this is what we did with it, or what I did with it. And here's the dog. He came on a little panel of his own. I had to cut him out, and I've done this in a similar way to the smaller squares. So these are the 10 by 10, and I'll tell you the dimensions of this one in a minute. So it's absolutely in a similar way, but it just made me so happy to make this. Let's have a look. So this is 21 and a half. Is this 21 and a half? Yeah, 20 and a half there. And this is 21 and a half. So it's slightly wider one way than the other, but hey, who's counting? So yes, this is, if you look a few videos back, you'll see the panel from it's under a holiday project, and this was my holiday project. I decided to take away this panel that Johnny sent me and scrap fabrics, and I would only use scrap fabrics and thread that I took with me, which it wasn't very much. I had to just kind of pare it down to a small amount. And this is what happened, and I'm in love with Kenneth. Now, the story behind Kenneth is the fact that I was showing a friend the picture, the panel that Johnny had sent me, and the friend said, "Oh my gosh, he looks like Michael Stipe from REM." And I said, "Oh great, I can call him Kenneth." So obviously we had to have "What's the Frequency Kenneth" on the top there. And then I've got some fabrics that have been sent to me by the lovely Gabby from Gabby Chic Dolls. I've also got some fabrics that were sent to me by Sue Bartlett, Granny Sue, on the Discord channel. And these are all in the background of the piece. It's got some stitching on it. It's got stitching on it all over. We've got a few buttons down there. But I absolutely adored making this beautiful dog into something else. Now, if you wanted to do your own, all you need to do is to get a picture of an animal, so maybe your pet, or or a pet of a friend or something. Print it onto some of the fabric paper, printable fabric. And I've got some printable cotton that I could do this with if I hadn't have had this panel from Johnny. And then you can just go to town with it. Just have a blast creating your own panel. This is going to go on in a frame. I'm going to put this in a frame because I'm loving it so much. I just love that dog's face. It is everything. And I had to do something special with it. And so thank you to Johnny from Just Johnny Creations, who sent me the panel and a whole load of other fabrics that I still will be getting around to using very soon. Also, on things I have been doing, here is a little pouch that I made. Now, this was from a pattern by Lucy from Attic 24. I have made lots of blankets from Lucy's patterns over the years, and this was a really simple thing. I wanted to have a break from stitching, but I still wanted to make something. You'll know the feeling if you make things. I was making a lot of stitchy squares, and I thought, I still want to make something. I want to give my fingers a rest from the needle. So I picked up a different needle. I picked up a crochet hook and had a go at this. It was really quick to make. I did it in kind of like a day. I started it on an afternoon and finished it the next morning. And underneath it, it's kind of like a little canvas pouch. Let me see if I can grab one out. So it's like this. This is how you get them. I think I've got a pack of 10 or something like that from Amazon. Really cheap. And then what you have to do is to chain stitch into the zip to start you off with a row to crochet into. But I'm not going to show you how to do this. This is something that you can go and find yourself. So if you go to the blog of Attic24, and this is probably one of the last things that may have been posted on there as a project. So if you're in the mood for making yourself a little crocheted pouch, which I'm going to keep some things in here that don't get messy because I don't want to mess up the inside of that. But I also had another thought. These are plastic wallets these are the threads I took with me on holiday. And they also have a little zip thing there. So I'm going to attempt to do a similar thing with this. And that will mean I'll have a pocket, a pouch that is also waterproof. And yeah, that appeals to me. So I'm going to have a go at that as well. And I'm going to make some of these for presents for family. So I'm getting cracking on some of my Christmas presents. A bit late for a crafter's Christmas to start now, but I am starting it now. Some other things that I've been making. See if I can grab these out from underneath. So we were on board a ship for our holiday, and they actually had an art studio, which is great. It's the Fred Olsen Valletta. The Valletta is great. And we made these with a lovely lady called Janet and her husband Fergus, who did all the running around. And we made, this is a necklace with Liberty fabric. And it's really, really simple. You just make yourself a long strip of fabric and then slot in these polystyrene balls to make yourself a little necklace, and you can make them in all different colours. And I have an idea now that I want to make one with some slow stitch fabrics. I don't know how it's going to work out, because the thing of this is that it's really fine lawn cotton, and I don't know how it'll work with the thicker fabric, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. So that's one thing I did a make of, and you can search these on Pinterest on how to make these. Janet and Fergus did a beautiful demonstration of how to put them all together, as they did with this one as well, which is, it's like a little trinket tray, and this was done with Tilda fabric. And let me just take that scrap of felt out of there. And these are also really simple to make as well, and a nice little thing to do on the days at sea when we couldn't actually be on the land. We could actually be in the beautiful art studio on the Valletta. I have to say, it's lovely. And we made the little trinket trays. It would have been a lot quicker. We did all these by hand stitching. They were all hand stitched. So hand stitching down long lengths of fabric, which I would usually do on a sewing machine, to be fair. And I'm going to do some of these on my sewing machine, because I want to make a few more of these as well, because I think they're quite handy just for like throwing little bits and pieces. Again, I want to do this in a slow stitched, front piece, so with lots of slow stitching on it. But yeah, that's it. I thought you'd like to see a few of the things I've been making while I've not been here, and also give you a catch up on some of my art supplies and books that I have been receiving. Hope you've enjoyed this little catch up video. I will be back here very soon with something else, something completely different maybe. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen at Kooky Corner. But yes, if you've liked the video, please show me your thumbs, give me a thumbs up, and if you could possibly bring yourself to subscribe, I will do my happy dance, which for now will remain unseen by anyone, but one day, I'll do a video of my happy dance for you. So that's something to look forward to. Anyway, bye for now. See you very soon. Keep safe.